handed down the suspensions for the Detroit Pistons and the Charlotte Hornets. So they handed down the suspensions. Very interesting. Isaiah Stewart received 7. I thought the max he was gonna get was 10. I said anywhere from 5 to 7. So it landed on 7. Maximum being a 10 though. I thought it'd be 5 to 7. I thought, Moses the Beat from Michigan. I can't pronounce his name, but he played there. He got 4. Miles Bridges got 4. And Jalen Durham got 2. So check out Detroit Pistons Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. I thought it was fair, to be honest. And I know people say, well, they got a stretch coming up. But Stu shouldn't have left the bench. Stu is a repeat offender. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, most people advocate for him to get 20. Maybe David Stern would have gave him 20. And a lot of the Knicks fans want to see Detroit fall. He should have got more. And that. A lot of the Knicks fans want to sit because they feel like they need to gain home court advantage and they need some advantage over the Pistons. Them niggas scared. I'm not even putting too much into the Pistons beating the Knicks in the regular season, but them Knicks fans scared as hell. Yeah, I think he should get more. I thought them niggas is scared, bro. Y'all ain't won since 1973, bro. Them Knicks fans scared, bro. But yeah, we get home. It don't matter. Like every game we beat y'all last playoff series was at y'all space. We have not won a playoff game in Little Caesars Arena. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, man. So I thought Isaiah Stewart's suspension was fair. Could even been 10 games. I'm honest, but he shouldn't have left that bench. And in the playoffs, he lead the bench. He cost a series. So I gotta talk to him, man. Hey, man, this is an important stretch for the Pistons. Toronto, San Antonio, Oklahoma City Thunder. At Madison Square Garden versus the Knicks. So it's an important stretch. So you're going to miss all of that. You know what I'm saying? During and miss Toronto and the Knicks. So that's important. That's 2 important games. But, for the most part, they got a cushion to play with. So, really, if they can get, so I would say Toronto, Knicks, Spurs, Thunder, they can split those. They'll be gracious enough to split those 4 games. Good. And then the 3 after that, I don't know. I know they got Memphis coming up. They got a couple of cupcakes coming up, but some good games coming up. So we'll see. But yeah, it came at the worst time, but it was great for TV ratings. And maybe that's why they didn't drop the hammer. They really didn't drop the hammer down on them, man, because, it's Gatum, it's Gatum's people talk about. It's really talking about the doom and gloom of the All-Star weekend. Got guys pulling out the All-Star game, Steph, LeBron. You had the dude from 5 Club 520 podcast who played for the Colts, Zaire Franklin, saying the NBA is done with LeBron. Is done. And my thing is, it's best if LeBron, Steph Curry get the fuck up out of there. But yeah, as far as the other suspension, Jalen Durham, 2 I thought was modest. Honestly, I thought they was lenient on him. I think first time offender. He had some flagrant fouls. I thought that was bullshit. I think they figured they were not a violent guy for real. So he mushed him in his face. And I guess they said that my assumption is they thought Moses the Beat initiated the contact with the headbutt by getting in his face. And let me say something. Anytime you get in another man's face, especially if you somewhere outside of a place of employment or the police station or a place of safety, truck drivers, anybody that drive trucks, what they call the danger zone. It's like 3 or 4 car lengths in front of I'll say 3 car lengths in front of a truck carrying a load, right? They say never dart out in front of that car, cut in front of that truck. Because if he got to hit that brake, he got all that weight on that truck to stop, and it's hard to stop. And he can rear end you. He can the spin out. You know what I'm saying? I think they call it the danger zone or something like that. And anytime you come in a man's face or any person's face, as violent as these women has become and masculine as they become, anytime you come into that arm length, you come within that arm length of space, and you talking loud, be prepared to strike or get struck. Be prepared to strike or get struck. You don't never run up on a guy, hands down, face down. Like, you don't never run up on a person like that. You know, be prepared to get struck. You know, but he ran up. I guess they said that he initiated the headbutt, and they gave Duran 2 games, you know, based off the fact that he just was, you know, reacting. So you can't run up in nobody's face and headbutt him. He mushed him. He ain't slap him. He just pushed his face. So I guess they felt like the push wasn't as bad as he would have punched him, slapped him. He just mushed him, you know, in Brad's in book, that's not as bad. But in the book of masculinity, if a man open hand slap you or mush you in your face, only thing that's really above that is a man, you know, draking you. You like, who's draking? Getting peed on. You already got peed on, or a dude spitting on you. So pissing is the holy grail of getting fucked up. Excuse my language. Getting spit on is second that I can think of. But getting slapped or getting mushed, you know what I'm saying? Like, those are emasculating things that's happening to you. So in the corporate book, the corporate Brad book, they don't look at it as that bad. He just smushed them. But in the book of masculinity, chapter 5, chapter 5, verse 1 through 2, if thou man mushes me or smacks me in thy face, thy ass I must beat. Moses the beat. And I feel him on that, dog. Yeah, you know, yeah, man. Like, punch me, nigga. Like, at that point, punch me, bro. I'd rather be like, hey, he caught me. You know what I'm saying? But then dude slap you, kick you a punch is cool. You know, but like I said before, it's interesting. I thought it was fair across the board. Bridges, he just, you know, he jumped in. You know, he got a lot of respect from his teammates, him and Beef Stew. He jumped in, he did what he was supposed to do. But in reality, like, he didn't want to fight Beef Stew. See, he was willing to throw hands at everybody else. He knew Duran, and basically also Duran, he backed up. He was backing away. So, and Bridges ran up through a punch. That was a game, you know, and they just gave him a game for going out like a bitch because, you know, when Beef Stew came, he instantly dipped his head because he can't fucking fight. Like, I'm telling you, he ain't no wrestler, bro. He ain't no wrestler. A wrestler, if you get, look, and a dude dip his head in the fight, it's either two things. He can't fight or he a wrestler. And if he a wrestler, you in trouble. If he dip his head and get leverage on you, you about to go for a dragster ride. You about to go for a power tower hour at Cedar Point. The way he dipped his head was out of fear, bro. You know, but hey, check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist. Hit the link in the description. First link will say follow me everywhere. X, Facebook, Kick, Twitch, everywhere. Peace.